Okay, this video is going to be for the chain rule. The chain rule is when you have like two functions, like x cubed and g of x is going to be 4x squared minus 2. And one of them is inside the other function, so they're composed functions. So if you had like f of g of x, that would be the function 4x squared minus 2 cubed. Now, you absolutely could just expand this out and then deal with these each term by term, but as soon as I make it not cubed, but I make it like the 13th power, you probably don't want to do that anymore. So the chain rule is what we're going to use. And if you look into the your formula packet, you'll find that here's the rule for the chain rule. If you have some function of y in terms of u, that literally just means on one side you got y, on the other side you got a bunch of u stuff. And then a u that's a function of x, this is how you can get the derivative. And it really comes down to the fact that you could cross out both of those du's because they would simplify just because of the rules of fractions. So here's how we're going to do this. I'm going to move this stuff up so we can just see our function and the rule. And we're going to write this as y is equal to 4x squared minus 2 to the 13th. Okay. What I want to deal with is like if this was instead just, what are you doing? Okay. If the problem looked like this, it wouldn't be a problem, right? Because you just say, oh, I just have something to the 13th would hop down, this would become a 12, and you'd be all done. We're going to kind of treat it like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to rewrite this and say y is going to be equal to u to the 13th. That means that u is 4x squared minus 2. For my formula, I need du dy, or dy du, and du dx. Happily, that's what I get when I say dy du, because again, now I've got u's over here. That is just going to be our 13u to the 12th. Over here, du dx is going to be just 8x. And then if we're just following our formula, all we need to do is multiply these two things together. Here's dy du, du dx. So we're just going to multiply these together. So we're going to say 13u to the 12th times 8x. That really is my derivative of y with respect to x, except I've still got this pesky u here. I just want to have x's. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the fact that I know u is equal to this. I'm going to replace it, and I'm going to get 13 to the 12th of 4x squared minus 2 times 8x is equal to the derivative. And then, of course, you guys can simplify it a little bit. If you want to multiply 13 and 8, you can. Probably don't simplify that. That's too much. But that is an example. We're going to practice this a ton more next week. Let me know what questions you have.